Hi, this is Giselle Chacon with Rainbow Radio Lab, and welcome to Food for Thought. My old pastor said, do you just want to say something, or have you got something to say? And now that I find myself producing my own music, I've got a studio that can do anything. If you're a home studio person, and you've got like a DAW and a decent computer, an interface, a microphone, some form of drums or keyboards there, you can even do it in your DAW probably. I know people do. You got a whole recording studio. You could literally do anything. So now I can literally do anything. Wow. As a songwriter and a producer, I'm learning to produce. I'm learning to mix and master. But I have time. So how does that work? Well, right now I'm doing a double concept album. And so each song has a role it plays. I hear a style, I hear a sound, I imagine the emotional feeling I want to impart. And I think of a musical. A musical's got all these different parts where, one moment is flippant and funny, and 1 minute is serious, and 1 moment is spirited, and 1 moment is hopeful. And so it's got all of that stuff going on. And so I don't use a template. I mix every single song differently, a different drum sound, a different guitar sound, a different bass sound captured in a different way, oftentimes, all of those things. Different vocal sound, mix concepts, all of that changes from song to song, which is not efficient, takes a ton of time. I'm not blowing out tons and tons and tons of songs. I've been doing this now 2 years, and about a half hour worth of it done. I call that 40%. But the thing is, it goes back to what my pastor said. If you've got something to say, see, that was what changed for me 2 years ago, was my light bulb went on. I'm like, I'm going to make this album. And I knew what that was. I didn't know all the nuts and bolts. I didn't know the details. I knew what it was going to be like. I knew what I wanted it to say. So now I've broken that down into component parts, and I've done some of the parts, and there's other parts I'm like, I'm going to need a thing like this. And a lot of this stuff is in there like placeholders, like a Bob Ross placeholder. That's a tree. It's just a black line, but that's going to be a tree. A few lines of lyrics, a name of a song. But I do have names for all the songs now, and I know what order they're in. And a lot of them are done, and many of them are partially done. And so this song that I have next is very intense. It's got this incredible, powerful, driving emotion. It's very thunderous emotion. Excuse me. And so I'm hearing a bass line. And it's a monster bass line. And I'm not a great bass player, but I'm learning it. I'm working it out. I'm learning it. I'm practicing. I've been doing it for a month. I had to send my drummer a note. I didn't forget you. I'm still writing the bass line. I can't play it yet. And, 2 songs ago, I sent him a song that was a click track and a piano solo for 11 minutes. And that's how it started. And the last song, I sent him an acoustic guitar and a click track and a vocal. Usually I do that, but it kind of depends on the song. So this one may very well end up being a bass guitar and a click track, or it might end up being that I go into the DAW and I put down a kick and a snare, like a drum machine, and play the whole song to that, and send that to him to overdub his drums to. So again, a whole new technique. Driven by what? By the fact that this bass line is, in my current production, my Peter and the Wolf. This is the wolf. And it's going to snarl, and it's going to be savage. And if I can't do it, I'll call some of these bass players I know around town and find someone who can, because that matters more to me than whose name is on the bass line. Whatever you do the best you can and believe in yourself. And remember, you can just keep doing it over and over again until it sounds great. That's what I'm doing. Wish you all the best. Take care, and we'll see you soon.